Hello, welcome. I'm back, and I'm doing a new video for Olda, the new Greatsword Waifu Lightning unit, and I'm just gonna hop over to WOTV super quick and take off my headset. And what we got this just now, this update, is we got a bunch of devouts that received the new reincarnation system and a couple of new weapons, but Olda has made it in another form. And let's see, translate to English. Well, she's a great soldier, Knight of the Serpent Soul, or Olda, and I believe she's got like they just added an interlude post chapter 14 or something, and I believe the story is about her. And if we just look really quickly, her Trustmaster is, I think, very interesting. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this. Maybe we have seen max damage limit up as a buff on a Trustmaster. It's very rare to have this as a buff, but in this little shape, 3,000 damage up for 4 turns, plus attack, plus decreased defense on hit. Could be pretty useful. I'm not too good at theory crafting for like damage stuff, but whatever. And going on to her kit, she has an untranslated effect. She has a lot of these. It's just kind of the way it goes with WOTV, because it's hard to pinpoint everything, so they're just untranslated effects. I think that I would prefer having this text than Bismarck kind of like, I don't know, waste more of his time that he doesn't feel like doing, right? Like if you don't feel like doing it, like this is totally acceptable. I could totally live with having to figure this out on my own. But her commander is meh. I believe it's Quest. I'm almost positive it's Quest. And it's just a lightning attack, slash attack, crit damage, and some type of lightning res on hit, imperil. Pretty alright. I guess she'll be a really good commander for lightning units when she's not needed in the formation. So if we look at her stats, right? Pretty average stats. Like Zack and Cloud, I think, have a little bit more higher attack. But if we just quickly go over her kit, okay, so her main passive is pretty interesting. I don't think we've seen this on a passive as well. But from what I'm gathering, in addition to getting all this good stuff like accuracy, crit, penetrations, when she I guess when she performs a hit, she will give herself additional attacks, so kind of like ramping up her damage. And on hit, okay, I guess when she performs a crit, she'll also get 40% agility, which is pretty solid, right? Like I think that that's kind of gnarly. Now she can get slash pen here, but she doesn't have it here. And she has her own unique counter that counters all damage. I'm not sure if if this is supposed to be an absorb, but she does have this one too, which is higher proc rate. But I believe in her buff, she gives herself another counter. So her main buff is like courage and some procs. I don't know if it's a heal back, but she gets another counter here, and then there's a couple of untranslated effects, right? And okay, yeah, I guess it keeps going into more untranslated effects. Increased physical damage, crit rate, sealing, re-raise, remove sealing. Okay, so she seals. She also, I looked at her weapon real quick. She has seal effects directly on her weapon, which is kind of nice. And she is doing a triple hit with slash imperil. So this is going to be obviously a very good unit for lightning teams in general for any type of high score. But this is kind of gnarly. She gives herself haste, right? As her group buff, she'll give herself haste. Plus, she can proc extra agility, which could be pretty nasty in terms of lapping people. And aside from that, her two main moves are going to be select twos, which is pretty cool. But again, we have a bunch of dispelling, break barrier, protect, and dispelling stuff with an absorb damage. She's looking pretty nice. I don't know how if she's overpowered or anything. I'm a little bit tired. For some reason, I just could not sleep tonight. And her limit burst is also a select 2 that gives herself CT and AP restore with another effect that we don't quite know. So this is a pretty nice unit, I have to say. A select 2 focused lightning unit, and quite interesting. I rather like it. Okay, so she gets slash penetration, but on hit for self, she just seals remove all buffs, which is pretty okay. When performing crit, seals remove haste, seals physical damage and magic damage, and more single target penetration. So quite nice. Now there isn't much to show, but I will just do it very quickly. They did add another round of this unique, I guess, shop that comes when all these units get the upgrade. And if this thing wants to load now, that would be fantastic. But this time, compared to last time, it's running for 2 weeks, which I rather, which I do prefer. It'd be nice if it did go on for 2 weeks every single time, even though it doesn't really matter. I'm not doing a whole lot with this. But for example, right, like Eliza is good to have. She's a bow unit. I'm really fond of bow units. But all of these units, like, I don't mind, you know, spending like 1,000 viz per unit and just picking up some mind spheres just in case I ever end up building them. It'll help me a lot. Now, let's see. So it says 17 days, but I believe that's because the next week is gonna be it's gonna be 10 days for the end of FMA, taking us like basically right until September. So I guess they added to her shop shards for lightning units, but I don't have I guess I have Lucille, and oh yeah, I do have Punching Lady, Alaya. But on this account, I did just finish right around, I guess it was like Sunday for us, but I finished the 30-day comeback reward, and so I got to pick up 4 vision cards. Like, see, the banners are still here. I'll just do this real quick. But I got to pick up 4 vision cards, and I also did the 120. You can buy a 120 for like a 500 paid, and you get a 10 UR pull with a random, whatever the last unit is will just go up to 99. So I think that those banners are worth getting, but doing 30 days isn't that great. For example, I basically had to miss out on almost every week of the summer event, but simultaneously I was able to get, for like 5 days, I was getting 3 regular login rewards. So I didn't really miss out on much in terms of Visior. Because for doing 30 days, like you see, I still have this banner, and I'll just show really quick, but I believe if you do this, this, it'll show you what you don't own. So out of all the old stuff, like I'm not really hurting at this time. But that's basically it, right? There's nothing else happening. I thought maybe with whatever they were saying, this Lightning Fest, I thought there would maybe be like a special, more interesting banner. But all you really have is, I guess, the... Oh, okay, no, this is a different... It's 6K paid, and you just get increased chances of getting her, plus maybe some mind spheres along the way. So... that's fine, I'm not gonna do that. On this account, I have Rain, Zach, Cloud, and Hiromont. So this is probably one of my best groups would be Greatsword on this account. On my other two accounts, I did try on the 4-step, because I didn't really want to record all of it, and I definitely didn't get much luck. Definitely didn't pull her on the 4 steps. She is going to be a regular pull unit, so just getting shards for her is fine. You know, like if I eventually get her, I can build her pretty easily. But yeah, this was not a good pull session. I actually really wanted to do this in the morning, but for some reason I couldn't fall asleep tonight. I've been in bed since like 11:30, and it's like 3 in the morning right now, and I just couldn't fall asleep. I tried like doing everything, you know, watching all the stuff that I usually fall asleep to, and I just wasn't falling asleep. So when 2 o'clock came around, I was like, well, I'm already awake, might as well just look at it. And no bueno. So one thing I paid attention to is the first 2 steps of this, you don't get any soul stars and stuff like that. Really lame, but you do get them on the last 2. Let me guess. The shards. Of course. I'm just gonna hit skip a Rooney. So yeah, this is about how it went for me on my other accounts too. Like I think I did the whole 8-step and got 1 UR. Really disappointing. And if this is shards again, I'm just, yeah. Well, yeah. Thanks for the shards and the mind spheres, but can I get the unit, please? Can I get the unit, please? Man, I don't know. If this thing's taking me to pity, I might, I don't know. I don't know if I'm up for a pity run right now. I don't know. I did find my I have like 2 webcams, but my other one's just like bugged. So I might try the other webcam next time. I don't know when that will be. Maybe next collab. But these pulls have been pretty awful. I did 5 steps and not a single UR. I think my best pull was I did 1 extra pull on the regular banner, and I got 2 URs, but it wasn't fucking Olda. It was like Ibarra. It was like Shrek and Ibarra, right? Like I really need Ibarra to be maxed out. Okay, like this has to turn to rainbow. I'm getting tilted, bro. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be Aldoa, right? For fuck's sakes, bruh. She had the melons, but not the lightning melons I was looking for. So my first UR is a complete nonsense unit, like a 5-year-old unit, bro. Sag. Well, Let me see, on this account, I did get Sorel from like random tickets. Oh, okay, at least it's a unit. I almost feel like every time it's a unit in the last slot on these like mind spheres and unit shards, I feel like it generally just goes to rainbow. Let's see if I'm correct. There we go, rainbow. Okay, come on, just do it for me. Is this Olda? Is this her banner? Oh, damn, it actually is. Okay, so that pretty much worked out because on this account, I am way more poised to actually build her and use her. On my other accounts, I don't know if I really care that much because I've already got stuff going on. But here, I'm running... What am I running? I'm running like Rain, Zack, and Cloud. So I could probably sub out Cloud for her. I think that'll be an upgrade because she does more dispelling than Cloud does. And her haste and agility buff seems like a good deal. And I'm getting another UR here with the nice little golds. I do like me golds on these steps because that's more extra little spheres. But I am glad I got it on the 4-step because Lucille, I don't even know. I might have Lucille already worked out. I don't know what level she is. She's definitely above 99. Well, that's gonna be all the pulls for Olda. Nice. So I picked her up. I'll probably put her as my home screen. I've always been fond of Olda. But unfortunately, her wind version is not that great. Especially in the meta that I started playing. Now, who could I swap out at this point? Who could I swap out? I guess it's gonna have to be Sorel. I feel like this interface changed a little bit. Nice. I don't think she has any status effects, so yeah. Now, the last thing I'm gonna do, I did save myself a hard quest. So let me find Olda. She ain't here. There she is. Oh, that is not what I was supposed to do. Does it just take me back to the home screen? I think it does. Yeah. I do like Rain as a home screen unit, but let's be honest, right? It's all about the waifus. It is basically all about the waifus. She looks pretty nice in that outfit. It's definitely different than her old outfit, but still similar enough where she's got that like G-string thing going on, and she's obviously basically wearing a swimsuit underneath her armor. So hopefully this will load, and yeah, we can just go with this. Now the nice thing too is when a new unit drops and a new vision card drops, which would be next week, when you do guild summons, those things are like boosted. There's like you get more shards for the unit and the vision card. So dropping like a large amount of gil during that time frame will get you a little bit more extra for that unit. Let's see if Rufus has this triple hit. Oh god, it's so laggy. Okay, that is his triple hit. Bang, bang, bang. Oh god, hopefully this doesn't take long. But, like, I still have 2 more days of farming gil this weekend. So I might get like above 10 billion. And I could definitely drop like 8 billion in the gil summons. And maybe get myself like an extra 40 Olda shards. And then definitely get myself probably like about 40 of her vision card shards. Now her vision card, I do really wonder if it's gonna be like Rain, where it was an elemental card. Because when Rain came out, I kind of got trolled in the sense that I was like, okay, I'm gonna pull Rain, and I could really use one more like greatsword card just in general. And his card was fire only, was a fire unit card, so that didn't work out for me at all. So my greatsword team really is like missing a couple of cards, at least like 2 cards. I think I have like the old school job-based El Sorel's solo mission, which is almost maxed, but that card isn't that insane. It's not bad. It's not bad. It gives like, I think, HP debuff weakening, but it has to go in the sub slot, so it doesn't benefit me as much. And sub slot wise, the other card I'm working on is Phoenix card, which will give me agility. The other card I could get is Hio's card, but I think I'm fine with Phoenix card. But I could really use one more card that would have some pretty good utility, like some stats that don't overlap. But this is the advantage of doing the comeback, is you get more unit shards and you get to farm a boatload of gil, which will get you more unit shards and more vision card shards. Like, from my estimation, right, from here to the end of 2026, I'll probably have every single vision card, even the ones that I don't have. I will have maxed out shards for them. And then any new card that's non-limited will be super easy to build, because I could just use metals to buy more shards. And I'll finish like all the dark espers that I don't have finished yet. Now this should get me 7 shards. Would it be 7 or just 5? I feel like it's just gonna be 5, but tomorrow should be 7 for sure. Yeah, because for some reason the bonus isn't live yet for her acquisition, but that's fine. So that's basically the new Olda, and super glad to have this unit on at least one of my 3 active accounts. Very glad. My main account, my plan is to before the next reset, which is like tomorrow, to just stop logging in, and I'm hoping that I can do up to 30 days, but I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna be if nothing is gonna come out between then and now. Like, there might be something that comes out. So I need one more unit. Who am I benching for this? Does that make sense? I guess I was doing Nicole before that. So these two cards I'm still working on. But yeah, they're like this could be another greatsword card that I have to work on. Just to get like, I don't know, I guess it gives attack. This card here, like these three cards are some of the cards I'm working on just to build 6 vision cards. But I'm not, you know, it's all about just taking it easy. The greatsword team hasn't been that terrific, but I'm still glad to be running it. Like these three have been doing it. Like I could probably mix things up in the future, but you know, this account is the one that I started the latest, like the last. So I've still got a lot of stuff just working in progress, like my water element. You know, I could use some I'm trying to build like Exia June, which would definitely make it hard ass. My light is obviously stacked. Light just feels like the easiest because I picked up Cloud and Zac across the board, and then we got free Tancred. You know, I pulled Garusa on this guy. I think it's the only one of my 3 accounts that has it. And lightning, yeah, lightning I'm chilling as hell. Like now for sure I'm chilling. Earth is definitely probably my weakest. That's where maybe Bradley could come into play. I might pick him up, spend a little bit more money to pick him up. Wind, you know, as long as you have Shrek, you're chilling. But I would love to work on some of these older units like Charisse, Flagbearer, Galassi. And Ice, you know, we probably am going to work on Alaya and Eliza. Yeah, we're chilling. My only regret here on this 3rd account is I had the medals to buy Sephiroth, but there was only a couple of days left, and I was just like, I'm just gonna get Cloud shards, because Cloud Zac was really the combo I was going for anyway. So I was like, I'm not gonna get Sephiroth, but I do regret it. I do regret not getting Sephiroth. And unironically, I have Yuffie on this account, even though that wasn't me that pulled for it. And I'm basically you know, just gonna do the same thing, like redo another comeback, and then eventually, as the more comebacks you do, like the more gil you can farm out. And one thing I saw is I was watching Oran J video about Halloween, and he was showing how they had an event where it was all week. The gil chamber was up all week. So if I can hit comeback during one of those weeks, that's gonna be insane. That is gonna be nuts. Like farm like 20 plus of this, right? Anyways, I'm just rambling at this point, like always. Peace out, guys. Take care.